Wow! Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge Season 3 is here. It's meaner, it's harder, it's tougher. I'm your bad boy, Siddharth Kannan. And remember, we're in the land of Virat Kohli, the land of Virendra Sehwag, the land of India Gate, the land of Chole Bhature. And wanting to experience all this is the bold and fearless Patrick!
Delhi may be the home of the Daredevils, but they've got a lot of responsibility. Kicking off Season 3 of the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. Have they got what it takes to conquer our course? It's the hardest course anywhere in the world. You're about to find out. Are you ready, Sid?
I am!
Your Swift Devil Circuit Challenge
Starts now!
August 2015 is when it all began. The birth of the baddest obstacle course there is, the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. The first edition saw a huge turnout and the action didn't cease to amaze us. Team Sony went on to be called the masters of the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. 2016 was a new year, and so were the obstacles. Ultimately, Moments Entertainment were crowned the champions of the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge Season 2. It is now that time of the year when the MNCs across the country flock together to take on the baddest obstacle course there is. And it is time for war.
The heart of India, Delhi. Delhiites are full of fire and adventure, and to wait to see the Delhiites with this enthusiasm to take on the devil is getting rather impossible. The only way to catch up on this power-packed energy in the participants, the registrations.
I just love doing something fun and adventurous, and that's how I first got to know about the first season, and I've been egging on my teams. Different teams in the last 3 seasons.
We are absolutely ready. We're just going to take it on and we're going to get that car this time.
Delhi never ceases to amaze, and that is exactly what has brought the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil Circuit Challenge here.
First, let's get the rules of the game straight. Each team will consist of 3 members, of which minimum 1 needs to be a woman. Let's not forget, each team will have a captain who will decide the running order. The total age of the team needs to add up to at least 90 years. Each contestant needs to take on the obstacle course individually in 3 different heats. The Swift Devil Circuit Challenge is now home to 7 physical challenges and 2 mental challenges. Our warriors need to first test their mind with a mental question, after which they go on to the Devil's Steps. Successfully completing this will lead them to slog it out. After that, they make their way through the devil's webs and then immediately skip over the pyramids. Then they need to romp with the devil. It only gets tougher from here as they need to swing their way across the ring barrier to only reach 1 more mental obstacle. And then comes the 12-foot wall. And guess what? Even our main man Patrick gave it a go and failed miserably. Each contestant will get only 5 minutes to complete all obstacles and a maximum of 3 attempts on the physical challenges and no such attempts on the mental challenges. Each failed attempt and a wrong answer in the mental challenge gets you a 2-minute penalty added on to your final time. Well, the war sirens have been blown and our warriors are all geared up and ready. Let's start the dance with the devil as our first contestant is ready to take on the course in the Season 3 of the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge.
Nandita Seni from Global Logic 1. This lady is 43 years old. She loves traveling and does amateur photography as well. Here's hoping she'll click pictures of us as well.
Ever since I was a child, I was always very much into athletics. When I started working, some of this went away because of the schedules that I had at my office. So even though I am a mother of 2 kids, both my kids are teenagers and that puts a lot of pressure on my time, I decided to really do something about it. And that's the reason why I felt that going for something like this, like the Devil Circuit, would be a great opportunity to test myself. Watch out, Global Logic is coming.
So Nandita of Global Logic 1 getting us underway in Season 3 of the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge, and we are off to a flyer. She gets that first mental challenge right, Sid, but now the physical stuff starts.
But she is the Nadi who we all look up to. She's a mother of two. She handles a home. She handles an office with so much of ease. Will she handle the obstacle with that much of ease? Only time will tell.
Well, she certainly looks a cool customer, doesn't she? She looks like she's been hard in training for this, and she's not only conquered the mental challenge of the first obstacle, the first physical obstacle, Devil Steps, is swatted away with consummate ease. And look at this slow motion replay. This gives you an idea of just how wide apart those Devil Steps are. And you can see that strong legwork from Nandita as she goes on to slog it out.
No matter how much time you spend in your office, you've got to train hard for this one because the obstacle is very devilish. Also, I have to tell you is that this lady was talking to me before the obstacle and she was telling me, I don't feel nervous at all. That is the power of the mind.
There's confidence oozing through the entire Global Logic team, and with this lady kicking things off for them in their three-man squad, you can see why. She's already on to the Devil's Web. She looks like she's really in control, not expanding any unnecessary energy, but we must point out that at this point, up to the 2.5-minute mark, she's halfway through her allotted time, but not halfway through the course.
But I have to tell you, she is my superhero. You've got Spider-Man in Hollywood, you've got Spider-Woman in Delhi.
Well, she's certainly Global Logic's superwoman at the moment. She's making a great start to the competition for her team. She's now on to the pyramid skip, and she is literally skipping over them. But I've got news for her, Sid. It's about to get a whole lot tougher. Devil's Romp takes no prisoners.
But her kids, I can hear them screaming and shouting through those television sets saying, Mamma Mia, go for it, Mom.
Oh, that's the first fail she's had on her attempt. She's got 2 more goes, remember. At this part of the course, you get 3 attempts. She reached out with that right hand, she grabbed it, but she didn't commit. That was all about lack of commitment.
It's obviously mind over matter in this situation. You have to give it to the fact that age may not be on her side, but she is truly a woman who's going at it like a 16-year-old girl.
That's a great point, Sid. At this point in proceedings, it's when you have to start really questioning yourself. Your mind is asking your body questions. On her 3rd and final attempt, she's managed to grab onto that web, and now she's up and over, but the time is coming up to 5 minutes. Is she going to make it to the ring bearer, Sid?
I am truly backing this lady up. She's got to do it for all of us. She's got to do it for her company. She's got to do it for her family and for me as well.
Well, she's had those couple of fails, but she's got over Devil's Romp, but the time beat her. Didn't get to taste the water of the ring bearer, but nevertheless, had a strong start to Season 3.
And thumbs up to her as well. What a start to SDCC Season 3. Nandita got the Devil's Romp, but the Devil got the better of her. But what a journey, man.
So Global Logic setting a strong start, but this young lady from the Adidas group, Pragya Mishra, might have something to say about that.
Hi, I'm Pragya Mishra. I'm a part of Team Adidas for the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. So fitness has always been very important for me. I train 5 days a week, and every single week I take 10-week challenges if I need to make sure that I do not miss a single day. And when the whole thing about the challenge came up, the teammates, they kind of picked me and they said, okay, you're going to be the 3rd person in our team. And I was like, all right, this sounds fun. I'm tougher than I look, so all you guys, you better watch out because we're going to win this.
Well, Pragya seems to be thinking a lot. Those mental challenges can be really tough. But people say in her office that she's the intellectual, intelligent kind who's passed every exam, unlike both of us.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sid, lucky for me and you, looks aren't everything. But if looks count in the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge, Pragya looks like she means business. And she gets that mental challenge correct, a great boost. She has no penalty there. Oh, but the first shock, she takes a tumble. Look at that look of pain in her face. She knows she made a mistake there. both in the mind and the body. She's making no repeat of that mistake that nearly cost her dearly on the first physical challenge of the course. Now, though, on to slog it out, which gives you the first indication of what it really takes to conquer the Swift Devils Circuit Challenge course. Upper and lower body strength, her arms grasping onto the steel chains and the legs desperately trying to keep contact with those logs as she slogs it out.
Well, she's also a big fan of India's super athlete PT Usha. She's been following the moves for years, and her team says the way this lady runs, she runs like a panther on the prowl.
You can see by the look on her face, Pragya is determined, at the very least, that Adidas see off the men and women from Reebok. Well, any more performances like this, and PT Usha will have to start following her, because Pragya is on fire over the first Devil's Web with consummate ease. And interesting to keep an eye on the clock at this point as well, because she's doing better, just better, time-wise, than the lovely Nandita was at this stage, which means he's got a better chance to getting to that ring bearer and putting the Adidas group into the lead.
Well, I want to sing for a song for her, which is "You're Just Too Good to Be True, Can't Take My Eyes Off You." I'm flirting with her, am I?
Tell you what, in season 4 we should have a singing challenge, Sid. Then maybe you could enter. She's doing well here. Remember, she's up against the clock. It's very important to note that this is all about time. At the end of the day, it's the combined times of the team's 3 contestants that'll count. But she's skipping over the pyramids with ease. Looks like we're going to get our first glimpse at the ring bearer.
Whoa, looks like this lady can do it. Oh.
She had a wobble there, though, didn't she? I've given her a bit of confidence. She should be able to get the Devil's Romp, particularly as she makes contact there. We're about to see our first contestant tonight, Sid, take on that devilishly tough ring bearer.
I can feel her confidence. Her body language says, bring it on. You can see her doing this very effortlessly so far.
Assuming she'll get past this one, and there's still 2 minutes till she finishes. Or, bearing in mind she just lost one, I tell you what, I'm going to take the gamble. She's not going to get past the ring bearer. I'm going to run down and speak to her straight after this course. Well, Pragya's done the best of the ladies so far, and at the moment it's...
Actually, the best of all, either ladies or men.
Well, the men haven't gone yet, so that's a bit of a stretch.
We'll see how far they
And you're going to win this thing?
We are surely going to win this thing.
So, a strong and confident start from the ladies of Delhi. Pragya and Adidas leading the way, but there's plenty of Devils still to run yet, Sid.
Well, on leaderboard, we've got Nandita Sani, Global Logic 1 at number 3. We've got Vimal at number 2, Iron 1. And Pragya Mishra, the athlete par excellence of the Adidas group, so far at the number 1 position with 10 minutes, 8 seconds. It's going to move from the ladies to the men. Will they do better than the ladies? Will they show that they're more power than the ladies? I don't know, but you got to wait, because we're going to be back right after the break on SDCC Season 3. Come back.
The Suzuki Devil Circuit Challenge seems to be taking absolutely no prisoners, no sir. We've seen many contestants come and go and be wiped out, and this obstacle push your limit seems to be the Waterloo of them all. Well, we have some more contestants to go. We'll see what they've got.
So, payback, get the boys underway for us here on Season 3 of the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. And it's Ankit, he's 27, he's a gymmer, he likes his cricket and a bit of table tennis.
I'm Ankit, I am representing Payback Team 1. So I was a finalist last time. So before last time, I was not regular to the gym, but then I realized I actually need a lot of upper body strength and I have to hit the gym. So after that, I was a little devastated with my performance, so I wanted to do well. And this time I'm going to do really good. I'm all set for whatever is required to clinch on the top, and I'm going to do it. Watch out for us, guys. Payback is coming.
Ankit Mahajan thinking, breathing, thinking. Well, it's got to be much more than that because it's not just about thinking, buddy. It's about bringing the power from within. He's also a big fan of Virendra Sehwag. And is he going to play a squash-bucking innings like Virendra Sehwag? Well, that time will tell. But right now, it's topsy-turvy.
Well, it's the first shock because he's got his mental challenge wrong. Could that be crucial for payback come the end of the day? It's a 2-minute penalty, although even though his brain wasn't working, there's nothing wrong with his body so far, Sid. He skipped through the devil's steps and he's on to slog it out.
He's also the poster boy for SDCC. You see those rugged looks. A lot of girls have a crush on him, just the way they have on me, Patrick.
I wish I could say the same thing, Sid. There's me in my hotel room alone every night. But look, Ankit, he's wearing that captain's armband with pride. He might not have the traditional physique of the kind of man you'd expect to finish this course, but as the night skies roll in around our course here in Delhi, he's flying over the devil's web. All of a sudden, he started shaky. He's looking strong.
Yeah, he was a little sloppy initially, but something's possessed him. You can see he's becoming faster, quicker, meaner, and look at that. Whoa, he's quick.
I think he's going to
sitter.
sit. He's a sitter, and that's a very good sign. How many swings does he take? Is he a one-swinger? He is a one-swinger, and he starts to climb and clamber over the devil's rob. Look at the time, Sid. He's flying. We could be in with a chance of our first finisher.
You know, he's exactly doing it the way Virendra Sehwag would do it on the cricket field. Virendra Sehwag is also a man who steps forward and bangs the ball out of the park. And here this man is doing the same on the circuit as well. But right now, he's thinking. He's thinking.
The payback team cheering Ankit on. He's going to get past the second ring, Sid.
Yeah, I'm going to go because I have a feeling he's going to touch the mighty summit. He's my man. He's going to get that car. I'm going to run, Paddy. I hope you're not going to feel lonely without me.
You go, boy, you go. Now, I hope Sid's not going to have a wasted journey because Ankit still has a bit of work to do, but he's completed the ring bearer, the first of our Delhi contestants to complete the ring bearer. His mental challenge coming up. He got the first one wrong, remember. Could be crucial time. He needs to get this right. He's thinking about it. He knows he's got lots of time left on the clock. He's thinking, he doesn't know, and he's got it wrong. That could be another valuable 2 minutes wasted, but can he now touch the car? He has his first attempt. He slips and he slides. He's still got 2.5 minutes to reach the car. You can see here, despite the fact his feet were dry, he couldn't get the grip. He was a good 2 feet short of the top of the summit. Take to it, he's got it. He's got that grip. Sid is waiting for him. You can't help him, Sid. You can't help him. But he's got up there. Absolutely astonishing, Sid. Astonishing. The course record holder, 7 minutes and 57 seconds for Ankit.
Ankit, what do you want to tell all the viewers out there that you did the mighty summit? You think it was difficult or you knew you'd do it?
Surrender in front of the king.
Whoa! 1 sec. Let's do a victory dance. 1, 2, 3, hit it.
Ankit Mahajan set a new record by clocking at 7 minutes 57 seconds, but that record didn't stay for too long. Ranjit Singh from Global Logic broke it by clocking an impressive 7 minutes 38 seconds. Next up, the crowd's favorite, Manik Dodi.
Manik Dodi from Adidas, 39 years old, athlete, loves listening to music, and he says music calms him down.
My name is Manik Dodi. I am representing the Adidas group and we are here to compete in the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. So I used to be about 104 kgs till about 4-5 years back. The Devil Circuit was a different ball game altogether. Needed totally different training. So I started working on my strength and core training. I'm a better father now because I'm more active. My girls are proud of me. The life is totally changed now. Adidas is all in and watch out for Manik Dodi.
Manik Dodi says he's anxious. That's what he's told me sometime back. But you can see the anxiousness on his face. He's going closer. He's trying to think. He's looking apprehensive. Looks like he's not sure. He's spending too much time on the mental challenge. And there you go. He's got it wrong.
Oh, I can't believe
God.
that. Sid, I'm out of breath having had that great chat with Ranji and Manik, who of course represents the Adidas team who were sitting pretty at the top of the table after the first round, has had a disastrous start, but being a man of Adidas, you'd expect his physicality to more than make up for that mental aberration at the first obstacle. He's gone through the steps like they were nobody's business and slog it out, being a bit cautious here though, isn't he, Sid?
The devil, you know, is my friend, Paddy Boy, and the devil tells me he's a very, very strong contender. In fact, other teams are wary of this man because he can do anything, anytime. And I like the color of his shoes. Whoa,
Well,
yellow,
of course,
huh?
Adidas, what else would you expect? And he's got a lot to live up to because Pragya, remember, put Adidas at the top of the charts after the first round, flying the flag in the women's round. And now the first of their men and the captain, Manik, is doing very well indeed. There's nothing manic about his performance so far. It's very calm and measured.
But a lot of women have supposedly crushes on this man. He's quite good looking there. I know you're getting very jealous of him, but it's okay. Let the women focus on him for a change.
He certainly is a hunk in trunks. The best looking of the men I think we've had so far. That's my non-biased opinion. But Netflix, not another one of these competitors. We've seen so many contestants get to the pyramids barely out of breath, which is no mean feat. 2 minutes 50, he's got to be careful of the time. I'm not sure his time's as hot as our two previous finishers. And don't forget, he's still going to get past the romp and the ring bearer. But the romp, he grabs it at the first attempt, Sid.
He's the smooth operator. He's going smooth and easy, cool as a cucumber. But, Paddy Boy, I saw you on the Mighty Summit with the man who kind of removed his shirt. You're enjoying all those guys removing their shirts. You're kind of being a lot like you. You hate wearing shirts, don't you?
Moving swiftly on, Sydney. Let's look at this guy. I tell you what, you better go. It's your turn to go. You need to get up to that push. You need to get up to that summit. I think, incredibly, Delhi, as dynamic as they are about to give us our third conqueror.
Because I believe in your predictions, I'm going to go there, but I'm not too sure yet. Paddy, you dare not go wrong on this prediction, okay?
Oh, look, his feet did touch the water. Oh, he's done it. He can't afford to lose any time. He's slower at the moment than Ranjit and Ankit before him. He must get this right for any chance of being top of the leaderboard. He's thinking. Come on, Manik, get it right for your Adidas teammates. He's got it wrong. Another wrong answer, incredible. But he's still got 57 seconds to get to the top. Sid is up there, and he's only going to need one attempt by the looks of it. Look at that technique. Sid, I can't wait to hear what Manik's got to say. We're just getting confirmation. 8 minutes, 14 seconds his time.
So proud of you, man. Manik, the man, the machine, the tiger! He-Man. You are He-Man for us, man. Manik, everyone felt you're gonna do it. Were you confident to do this circuit and reach the Mighty Summit?
I was confident of everything, but I had 3 doubts with this one because most of the people were struggling. So I could have done like this, but I wanted to be really sure.
So the competition really heating up here. It's the Delhi Heat on season 3 of the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil's Circuit Challenge. Can Niraj force Sony's way onto that top 3 leaderboard? We're about to find out.
Hi, I am Neeraj Khurana. So I am participating for the first time, and I've been doing a lot of training doing a regular training in the gym and all that, just to keep myself fit. So we are not taking things easily. So we are training ourselves and preparing best for it.
So plenty of finishers, but none of the finishers so far have got either of their mental challenges right. Can Niraj get off to a better start mentally than those who've conquered the summit already? The answer is no. This is incredible. The fine physical specimen, Sid's rejoined me. The fine physical specimen, Sid, struggling when it comes to their mental capacity.
But he is a great cricketer as well. If he wasn't in the corporate world, if he wasn't in the circuit right now, he would be doing some spinners on the cricket field as well.
But he's certainly one of the opening batsmen for the Sony team, coming in at number 2. But the pressure on the quality so high in this Delhi Heat, Sid, that really there's an argument for saying now, if one of your team doesn't finish the course, you can kiss goodbye your hopes to the final. So Niraj knows the pressure's on, and he's off to a solid enough start.
I see that your mind is wandering all over the place with words like kiss and stuff like that. What's going on, my friend?
I don't know. I think it's something, there's some romance in the air. I'm certainly in love with season 3 of the Maruti Suzuki Swift Devil's Circuit Challenge. All the excitement and all these finishes. Delhi is doing the city proud. Sensational stuff from the Delhiites. It is Delhiites, isn't it, Siddharth?
Absolutely, and Delhiites are known for their parathas, which Patrick is eating while doing commentary as well. And this man is known as the chiseled man. You look at his jawline, it's like for a supermodel, man.
Well, he's certainly got some sporty style about him, hasn't he? You look at the style and finesse. He's gliding over these obstacles, and I'm just going to have a time check here. I tell you what, time-wise, he's in front of the previous finishers, but that, of course, is with the mental challenge penalty still to come. And he's over at the first attempt to the Devil's Romp.
You know, a lot of people showed a lot of aggression while trying to do the obstacle. But this guy, again, if you see, he's like a yogi. He's got a halo around his head. He's like walking very smoothly.
And the levels of fitness that Delhi is showing in this heat tonight, simply astonishing. He's barely out of breath. Look at him. He looks like he's just walked down to get a newspaper. Never mind all the physical and mental anguish he's already put his body through. Look at the time. He's absolutely on fire. But this is where it counts. The push limits. He looks like he's going to do it, but he said, this is astonishing.
You know, if you look at his body language, you think that he's walking in a park with his girlfriend next to him. But his ulterior motives, you can see sometimes you can be calm and conquer the mighty summit as well.
He's taken a couple of extra swings to get to the M ring there. But I tell you what, he's done it. Now listen, big moment coming up in this season, season 3. If he gets the mental challenge right, it's odds on that it's going to be Sony rocketing onto the leaderboard. None of the finishers have got a mental question right yet. He's thinking, he's thinking.
This one? Come on, he's still thinking. He's tentative here. Sometimes the mind can do wonders.
He's going for ABC. He's got it right! It's incredible! And now, look at this. I can see out the corner of my eye the lovely Sunanda waiting for him. If that's not enough inspiration for any man, I don't know what is.
Well, it seems that this guy, his motivation is the car or Sunanda. Is he gonna do it? Whoa!
All right! Did you think you'll be able to complete the course?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah? Little bit, yes? You didn't get wet, you actually finished the course. Yeah? How did you prepare for the... Did you prepare like you had to win it?
Oh, yes. That's very much, yeah.
The dynamics of the leaderboard say it all. After round 1, Global Logic were at number 3, but after round 2, Global Logic is at number 2, so they moved up 1 spot with Adidas at number 1 and IN1 at number 3. Well, at number 6 is Hero MotoCorp, followed by Blackberries and Snapdeal. For the undisputed champion so far, Adidas.
Oh. Everyone's physical journey on the Swift Devil Circuit Challenge starts right here on the Devil Steps. And believe me, it's not as easy as it looks. Let's see how our next batch of contenders get on as they take on the ultimate fitness challenge.
Full-blown power on SDCC Season 3. I am your bad boy, Siddharth Kannan. So many records being broken, so many people touching the mighty summit.
Finisher after finisher, and the quality in theory should only get better as we're into the third and final leg. "32-year-old Raghavinda, a clean soccer player, only 1 goal on his mind tonight, touching that summit."
I saw all the obstacles in the blueprint, and at my first instance, I was comfortable that I must complete in the first go, and confident that I will make it. I daily run for about 5 to 6 kilometers, cycling for 2 or 3 kilometers.
Raghavendra from Payback 1, yes, a Baichung Bhutia fan. If he wasn't in the corporate world, he would have been a footballer, that to a goalkeeper. But is he? Yes, he's got that right, the mental challenge. But now he's going to sprint because he's quick on his toes.
Yeah, big decision there and a big call, getting that first mental challenge right. Already put him in a very good spot, and of course, Payback 1 have already had 1 finisher in Ankit. So surely now, if Raghavinda could somehow finish this course, Payback would almost certainly book their place in the final. Although having said that, Sid, nothing's certain in this Delhi heat. The standard of competition is through the roof.
Well, he also loves doing karate and also likes Bruce Lee. So is he going to be doing hee-haw and touching the mighty summit?
What's hee-haw? I've never heard of that martial art, I tell you that. But never mind martial arts, he's an absolute specimen, this guy. I looked into his eyes before he started this anchor leg for his payback team, and he looks so focused, so determined, and we've already seen mental strength counts for so much in this.
But Paddy, I want to ask you, you look into Sunanda's eyes, you look into Raghuvendra's eyes. What's with you and the eyes, man?
I tell you what, I love Ananda's eyes more than Raghuvendra's eyes, there's no question about that. This man, though, his eyes only on one prize, and that's the car. And remember, when they get over the pyramid skip, that car comes into view. You're on the Devil's Romp, and I'm telling you now, he's a sitter, not a stander. As you take that sitting swing and go to the net, just through the mesh of that net, you catch a glimpse of the car. And the inspiration now for Raghuvendra's is there.
All the women who love him call him Raghu, so maybe you can call him Raghu as well, and he might feel the love, baby. Call him Raghu, come on,
I
try
like
it.
to keep it formal. Raghuvendra's, I don't want to show favouritism to any of these contestants. I've got equal admiration for all of them, but Raghu, yes, I like that. Raghu, I'm with you, Sid. Look at this. We won't be blinking, you'll miss it. He's already at the ring bearer.
But have you seen his tattoos as well? He's a great tattoo fanatic. In fact, once he retires, he's going to open a tattoo shop, and he's going to be putting tattoos all over your face as well. Then maybe you'll look better than what you are now.
Down he comes. Mental challenge, big call this. He got the first one right. What's he going to do with the second one? If he gets it right, surely it's a new course record.
He's going to get it. He's the intelligent boy.
Thinking.
GK is right up his alley. What's happening? He's taking so much time.
Well, he's got time to spare. He knows the answer. He's thinking of the answer. Put it down on A, B, C or D.
Do it, brother!
He got it right. So, look at the clock, all-important clock. Oh, my word, Sid. We've got a new record holder again.
Yeah, Raghu, baby! Maybe he's going to take Sunanda on a drive in that car. If not, I'm going to push Sunanda out and go along with him because I've been supporting him in this commentary. He is touching the mighty summit. Raghu!
Raghuvendra's, you have a tattoo which says Neha. Did you do it for Neha?
My wife.
Yeah? Did you do it for her?
Yeah.
Where is Neha? Is she here?
No.
No? Do you want to look into the camera and say something to her right now?
This is for you.
He's 30 years old. He is a CrossFit exercising maniac. And this guy believes that he wants to be more human. Farhan Ali from Reebok.
Now you've heard from Farman Ali there. His profile is screaming a man who's going to reach the summit and complete. Arguably the only question mark is, will he break the record? You look at his profile, crossfitting he likes. He's a proper athlete, he's a fitness freak, he works for Reebok, but as we've seen so many times, the gifted athletes falling at the first mental hurdle, Sid.
But you see the muscles, see his rippling arms. If you put his arm on your face would be covered. That's the power of his arms. He does a lot of dumbbells. And yes, I must tell you, he's also a guy who does dumbbells and yoga.
You've got to get the balance right. We've seen it. We've seen more lighter men complete the course than we've seen the heavier men. And I'd argue if Farman does manage to get to the summit, he will be the heaviest completee that we've had so far. A little bit unsteady, more unsteady than some on Slog It Out. Let's see how he copes with the Devil's Web.
Well, if you have to admit, Paddy boy, that if you're bulky, it becomes tougher to cross every hurdle. The leaner, the better. The bulkier ones find it tough.
Yeah, and this is where the extra 8 tells did. Don't forget, it's a massive drop down the other side of those nets that are, what, 12, 13 foot high. And the padding, by the way, only 28 inches thick, those red mats. They may look very comfortable, but if you take the gamble, as he's done there, of jumping down, it puts extra stresses and strains and pressure on the lower part of those limbs. But it's not stopping him so far.
He's a gentle giant. He loves listening to Arijit Singh's songs.
First question, Sid. Answer, is he a sitter or a stander?
He is a sitter. This hurdle is going to be a sitter for him.
Oh my word! I don't know if that wasn't sitting or standing. That was face first.
He's enjoyed himself.
Those muscles aren't saving him now. Now look at the impact on the slow motion replay. Face first. Now that has got to hurt in anybody's language. It's hit his face, and he looks to be holding his rib cage to me, Sid.
See, it's not that easy. I hope he bounces back because it looks like a really serious injury. And of course, I can imagine him getting very, very worried because he was so confident about the hurdle, about the obstacle. That must be hurting.
This is the first major shock of the Delhi Heat. Because I can tell you, Farman Ali, there were high hopes in the Reebok team.
It was not only Farman who had an early exit. The Season 1 winner, Keshav from Sony, didn't manage to cross the ring bearer. It all comes down to the last few performances. Adidas, Blackberries and Global Logic, all fighting it out for the 2 automatic qualification spots.
Well, a sensational start to the third round of our Delhi Heats here on Season 3 and the Maruti Swift Devil Circuit Challenge. And we had the first big shock as well. The Reebok hopes all but over after Farman Ali smashed face first into the netting, picking up a rib injury in the process.
Sometimes you get a little bit of delicious honey. Well, it's a guy I'm talking about. Do not get ideas. He is a bodybuilder. He's an intelligent guy, and he's got honey sugar-coated around him.
So, Honey, can he become our first bespectacled completer of the course to reach the summit? Again, decent body proportion, nice mix of upper and lower strength, wearing his captain's armband, taking his time, 6 seconds on the clock, and he gets it right. The first mental challenge right. Good start for Honey and Blackberries
But
won.
you know, you were disappointed. You had tears in your eyes. You were crying because you thought Honey's going to be a very, very good-looking woman. But I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's a guy.
I misread it. It says here his interests are painting and bodybuilding. I thought he was a body painter. I was going to put my hand up and volunteer to be one of his subjects. But I digress. He's made a good start here as Honey. On to slog it out, and he's got past that relatively quickly. Now, bearing in mind it's against the clock, if you don't finish now, you've got absolutely no chance. You've got to worry about the clock. You've got to make sure you keep the clock on your side.
And his neighbor's wife specially calls him Honey out of love and respect. He spends a lot of time with her, so he gets a lot of advice from his neighbor's wife, who calls him Honey Baby.
Your information on Honey is far more sophisticated than mine, Sydney. He comes down, though, the Devil's Web, and he's made good time there. Now, can he do what he needs to do, which is literally skip over the pyramid skip? He's not doing too badly at all, not wasting any time there. Is he a sitter or a stander, Sid?
He is a sitter, but I have a feeling he won't be able to touch the mighty summit. He's looking a little sloppy right now. Honey, please become harder now.
This guy is a cool cucumber. Am I right in visualizing there? Not only is he wearing glasses, he's actually got a dress belt round his shorts. This man is very stylish, very sophisticated, wearing his glasses. I wouldn't want to be wearing the glasses and those shorts if he goes in the water. He's dressed for a day at the beach, not physical exertion.
Or for all you know, he's already fixed up a date with Sunanda, which you have been trying for quite a while. He's the guy who Sumri Mekumri gets in and gets out.
And he's certainly getting in and getting out when it comes to the ring bearer. Look at this. This guy, not dressed at all correctly, is somehow making a mockery of the course.
You're sounding like a fashionista. You're sounding like a page 3 party animal, man.
I'm just analysing this from a sporting perspective, and if you'd have told me, having looked at him at the start, that Honey was going to finish this course, I would have laughed at you. But now, potentially, he's one correct answer on the mental challenge away from being a new record holder.
Paddy boy, do you want to run up? You never know he's going to meet you there. Look, he's taking his time. There you go. Did he get it right? Yes. He is going to be touching the mighty summit and meeting Paddy boy, a spectacle man.
So well, but I wanted to prove, I proved.
The table has dramatically changed over the last few performances. Honey's impressive performance of 6 minutes 26 seconds has put Team Blackberry on #1 position. And the slip-up from Amrit Gopinath has pushed Adidas down to 2nd place. It all comes down to this. Akash Nehra's performance from Global Logic will be the decider. Will he cause Team Adidas an upset, or will he fail himself? Let's find out.
Akash Nehra from Global Logic 1, 24 years old, basketball champion, swimmer par excellence, and he's very confident of touching the mighty summit.
Just the week before the course, the obstacle race, I knew my legs would take a lot of time to recover from the pain, endurance, and plus the stamina. You'll have to work over that. That is the biggest thing. I think our female contender is very strong. We have a good chance of winning. Our male contender is also very strong. I've been working out for over a year with him. Our team is gonna win it. We are gonna rock it.
The heat truly on now. A big 5 minutes plus coming up for Akash Nehra. Global Logic have never been outside of the top 3 so far, but their anchorman has to deliver in such a high quality field. Any mistake could be fatal, and there's his first one. He's got the mental challenge wrong, and Sid, that looked to throw him. I wonder if his confidence is going to be affected.
Well, his confidence was sky high because a lot of people compare him to the Indian cricketer Ashish Nehra. He is Akash Nehra, Nehra, but is he going to be as fast as Ashish Nehra? I don't know.
Well, we've seen so many finishes already. What are we up to now? 5. Are we about to see number 6? And now, Sid, the quality's so high, it's not just about finishing, it's about the time as well. That astonishing mark of just under 4 minutes set in our previous section of the show means that Akash hasn't just got to finish, he's got to finish fast.
But you must give it to him. He's just 24 years old. He's got age on his side. He's oozing with confidence. And of course, when you're that young, you're willing to live on the edge.
Well, I'll tell you what, he says that he likes things that are impossible to motivate him. It doesn't get more impossible than trying to beat the new benchmarks that are being set here. And an incredible start to season 3. The athletes of Delhi doing their city and state proud. And again, just 2 minutes on the clock, he's looking relatively comfortable, Sid. Are you confident this man is going to be another one reaching the summit?
I have a strong feeling, yes, because when he got onto the circuit, just a few minutes before that, I was chatting with him, and I could see that he had the swag in his body language, you know? That swag says, you know, boys, I'm coming, and this car's going to be mine.
Well, I just wonder how crucial that incorrect mental challenge answer at the start would be. Remember, only one of our finishers has actually got a mental challenge question right. Well, 2 of them right, I should say, and that, of course, is our new track record holder.
I would have expected him to be more at it, but I see that he's taking it very easy. Don't you think so?
Yeah, he's relaxing, Sid, which is strange because tactics have to come into play now. You are very much up against the clock. We've seen plenty of contenders taking into account the 2-minute penalty for getting it wrong further ahead at this stage, and clearly the fact we've seen Akash run the anchor leg for Global Logic means he is one of their stronger team members. But it wasn't pretty, but he got past the ring bearer in the end, and now a big mental challenge coming up, Sid.
Yeah, he's been there before, found it tough, and he got it wrong. Will he get it right this time?
Can't afford a wrong answer here, Akash.
Remember, this man has to get it. Oh no! He's got it wrong once again.
So now no time to waste. He's got to go for the first attempt, and he's failed. His fingernails just gripping the top, but that was as far as he got.
I would have seen more aggression in his body language, but it's lacking.
Oh!
Look at that! Where is the aggression?
Well, I tell you something, he's only going to get one more go at it from here. Sunanda's clapping him all right, but he's only got one more attempt. He's only got 28 seconds on the clock left as well. Third time lucky! Third time lucky for Akash.
Sometimes things happen in the final try. Yet, boy.
The third was absolutely brilliant. Now tell me what was going through your head when you were doing the course.
It was very easy till the rings one.
Yeah?
In case of rings, you just have to swing it.
Yeah.
It becomes easy. This was a pretty tough task for me.
Yeah?
So I couldn't hold it.
Anything can happen here anytime. After round 2, Blackberries were at number 4 and they have reached number 2. Global Logic were at number 2 and they're the undisputed champions for today. And Adidas were at number 1. Oops, they've moved down to number 3. I tell you, this is what is called living on the edge.
So it's congratulations to Global Logic and Blackbreeze. We'll see them in our grand final. And as for the wildcard burst, well, still with 4 cities yet to see, Sid, but it's safe to say that a lot of these Delhi corporations are in the driving seat for those wildcard bursts.
Where else do you see corporate icons going all out and getting the power from within to prove that they are fitness fanatics? Only on SDCC Season 3. This is me, Siddharth Kannan, saying, keep the devil inside you alive. And Patrick saying,
those arms and legs that need to keep on pumping. 8 finishes in Delhi, surely we can't beat that.